Good morning, everyone. This is Justin Pumla, meteorologist with WisconsinWX.com, here for an update on the severe weather threat for Wednesday night, that would be today, into tomorrow morning, which is Thursday morning. Right now, the radar is showing a big complex of storms out here at the front edge of the 500 millibar upper-level jet, mid-upper-level jet that's pushing through the very front edge. Everything's just blowing up on there. Big, giant convective complex there with a bunch of stratiform type rain in there, and then the convection itself actually moving east to southeast into Iowa. This seems to be a little bit further west than some of the models were showing earlier, and now they're kind of struggling a little bit with this peeling off into the southeast. Let's go into the warnings. Currently, we have a flash flood watch across the far west central Wisconsin, southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa. And then it's just lit up like, 007 paintball mode right here. Just everything, all different types of colors, and a heat advisory now in southern Wisconsin. So those are the warnings at the moment. I could go straight into, first I want to show you the satellite. Big canopy of clouds associated with this convective complex. I'm put in motion. It's going to come out from the dark because it was nighttime. But you can see this thing just right across. Now it's going to be Minnesota and Iowa, and then eventually hit Wisconsin. So here's the situation we're dealing with right now for tonight and tomorrow morning is this model, the 06 NAM Nest, is not performing very well. This is supposed to be right now. And if you compare that to this, let's see here. That was where it was supposed to be. It's close. It's not that close. It could be a lot closer, to be honest with you. Let me go into here. I don't like that it's moving because I can't really show you what I'm trying to tell you here. Go back over here. Okay. And let's compare this to the NAM. The NAM at now had it much farther north. Okay, so then you play this throughout time, and it fades it down into a single cell, and then it just gone. And then it blows things up again, and then it sweeps across Wisconsin. Like I said, this model, I don't know if it's handling anything well out there at the moment. So in that situation, we kind of are going into the set of convective models here, that short-range convective models that, the collective should be able to tell you generally what is going to happen. They're a little split, barely split, but we're going to go to current time, 12Z. Well, it's approaching that, yes. It's almost 7, so 7 a.m. in the morning right now. Okay, so and then we take this through time, and you see that model is not doing so bad. That actually looks realistic. But then the development later is, way later, overnight, is well southwest of Wisconsin. And then that drifts in a little bit, but it's almost acting to dam up that moisture flow there across southeast Minnesota and Iowa, and heavy rain potential there. That model is the MMB. I gotta find the actual name for that. Has that complex moving east and then fading away with another one developing behind it, and again, all in southeast Minnesota and Iowa. For the most part overnight. And you do have stuff that works into Wisconsin. Wisconsin here in this situation is in a particularly complicated state because let's go and take a look at the mesoanalysis. Wow, that looks great there. Let's get rid of that. It's loading slow as molasses again today. The surface observations, which are cut off on your screen, I'll bring them in. They're 71 over 69 here in central Wisconsin, 73 over 69. All this needs is a little bit of heat and moisture, and you're going to get moisture coming back in a little bit. It's not going to drop off like sometimes when you raise the heat up. Then you have a 60 here in Black River Falls. I don't know what that's going on there. That's a little low. But the region overall is in that upper 60s to close to 70. So the moisture is there at the surface. You need a little bit of sun. Going back to this again, I don't know if you're going to get that with the timing of it. It's actually really cool. If you look closely, you can see all these little ripple marks from this top kind of pulsing up and down and sending off waves. Anyways, that's really cool. Anyway, that showed you that. I'm going to zoom back out here so I can show you NSSL. This model I thought wasn't doing so hot. I think what we need to do is we need to wait for the next set of models here. This is the overnight run. We need to wait for the morning run and see what that's going to show as we go into your overnight. I just feel like that's so far south. And I'll let you know what I'm concluding here in a second. This was the mesoanalysis. And again, we're going to show you instability, not very good yet, but it's there. It's just waiting, it needs to be kicked a little bit, as I always say. And then that's that. So let's go to let's find our forecast. And I haven't updated this yet, and I will following this video, but I did bump this up to a moderate yesterday, and then I based on the models that were showing, collectively showing this sort of scenario. This morning it's looking a little bit more in question, so I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy with it, and I may not send an alert until we kind of get this all straightened out. I probably won't go up to severe for the entirety of southern Wisconsin. I'll probably leave it somewhat like this, but shifting it south a bit. That's my gut feeling at this moment. We'll see if that pans out. And then the power outage risk map, which is, I just had this in the low, right? Because if it's a widespread event, then you have something that you can say, you know, oh yeah, power outages are possible because you get straight line winds over a large area sometimes. So I just wanted people to be thinking about that. The bigger issue here is that we do have maybe some stuff on Thursday, and then Friday, and maybe even Saturday too. I don't have it filled out yet. So we don't want to burn the bridges. We don't want to sound the alarms, cry wolf too early, and I think this might be a situation where we settle down a bit. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll get that information out. So that's what the update I have for you right now. I'm going to work on that video for Thursday right now. Thank you for watching.